if you feel that the holidays have become too loud, too plastic, too fleeting, and you crave a Christmas that whispers elegance instead of shouting novelty, then stop scrolling right now, because this is the only video you need to see this season. We are not just decorating, we are curating a feeling, a memory, a cinematic experience so deeply comforting and profoundly beautiful that it will redefine your entire expectation of December 25th, not just for 2025, but forever. This is the bold statement. The generic, disposable Christmas of yesteryear is officially over, and the era of the vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style is here to stay, offering a sanctuary of sophisticated simplicity that modern life desperately needs. Imagine stepping into a space where every object, every flicker of light, and every perfectly placed throw blanket feels intentional, curated, and utterly timeless. A space that instantly transports you not just to a holiday, but to the best version of your life, bathed in the soft, golden hour glow of a classic film. This is the aspirational holiday you've always scrolled past in glossy magazines, the one you assumed was unreachable, the one that promises quiet luxury and deep, authentic joy. And I am here on NAFA Vintage to tell you exactly how to achieve it, piece by magnificent piece, ensuring your 2025 Christmas is the one everyone talks about for years to come. I promise you this. Your home can be that warm, inviting haven, that perfect backdrop for a life well lived. And all it takes is a shift in perspective, moving away from fleeting trends toward the enduring grace of classic design, a design philosophy that elevates the spirit and calms the soul, prioritizing texture over sparkle and heritage over haste. This journey into understated holiday glamour is a personal one, about finding the pieces that truly resonate, that have a story to tell, and allowing them to create a narrative of warmth within your own four walls, a story that deserves to be shared. So please, before we delve into the secrets of this unparalleled aesthetic, take a moment, like this video, subscribe to NAFA Vintage for more timeless inspiration, and drop a comment below letting me know what your current biggest Christmas decorating challenge is, because we are solving it right now together. The genius of Nancy Meyers, the cinematic master, lies in her exquisite ability to turn architecture and interior design into characters themselves, spaces that breathe warmth, comfort, and an unmistakable air of sophisticated ease. And that, my friends, is the bedrock of our vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style methodology for this year, a style that intentionally rejects the loud, garish spectacle of commercial holiday decor. We are focusing on quiet luxury, on materials that age beautifully, on textures that invite touch, and on a color palette so restrained and harmonious that it feels less like a temporary decoration and more like the natural, elevated state of the home during its most important season. Think of aged brass that holds the memory of decades, thick, woven cashmere throws draped invitingly over a linen sofa, the subtle, deep green of perfectly chosen cedar and cypress boughs replacing the cartoonish red of plastic berries, and the gentle, flickering dance of candlelight reflecting off muted, unpolished silver objects. This is not about extravagance, but about quality and intentionality, prioritizing the tactile and the authentic over the fleeting and the artificial. It's the kind of elegance that is instantly recognizable but impossible to buy in a single trip to a big box store, because it requires patience, a discerning eye, and a profound appreciation for objects that carry history and character. This elevated, soulful approach ensures that your Christmas setting is not merely pretty, but truly beautiful, deeply resonant, and enduringly stylish. A perfect marriage of cozy domesticity and understated glamour, designed to be the backdrop for genuine connection and peaceful moments. The elegance we speak of is not performative. It is rooted in comfort, in the subtle scent of pine and beeswax, in the sound of logs crackling softly in a small, intimate fireplace, creating a multisensory experience that embodies the true spirit of a luxurious, yet deeply personal, holiday retreat, making every moment feel curated and significant. Now, let's talk about the visual impact, the immediate, breathtaking statement that makes a vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style so distinct and instantly captivating. It's the masterful use of texture and light within a perfectly scaled, intimate setting. We are avoiding the cavernous, impersonal, overlit spaces often featured in commercial holiday campaigns, because true coziness, that ineffable feeling of being perfectly sheltered and utterly at peace, thrives in rooms that are designed for living, for conversation, for quiet contemplation, demanding a tighter, more intentional approach to every design decision. Imagine a close-up shot of a window seat in a small library nook, draped in a chunky cable-knit blanket, where the only ornaments are paper-thin, antique-style glass baubles catching the faint, cool blue light of a winter morning, offset by the warm glow of a nearby, small-scale table lamp. All framed by classic, unfussy linen curtains. This is the scene-setting magic we are chasing. The intentionality is the key, meaning every branch, every candle holder, and every piece of greenery is placed with purpose, not just to fill space, but to enhance the room's existing architecture and character, allowing the home's natural beauty to shine through rather than being overwhelmed by a flood of seasonal clutter. Our goal is to create a tableau of collected, cherished items that feel like they have always belonged there, giving the impression that the festive atmosphere simply unfurled organically from the home's soul, rather than being forced upon it, thereby achieving a truly timeless look that transcends the fleeting trends of any given year. This is the decoration that feels like it's been lovingly passed down through generations, rich in character, subtle in color, and infinitely inviting, a quiet manifesto against the fleeting nature of fast decor, a testament to the enduring power of classic design principles. The cornerstone of the Nancy Meyers aesthetic, and therefore essential to our vintage Christmas 2025, inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style, is the exquisite manipulation of light, creating that perpetually sun-drenched, slightly filtered, and always sophisticated mood, even on the shortest days of winter. We must reject the harsh, cool white LED strands that dominate department stores, instead favoring the warm, amber glow of traditional incandescent bulbs or high-quality, dimmable LEDs carefully selected for their low Kelvin temperature, mimicking the comforting light of natural firelight and beeswax candles. Think about how sunlight streams into a small, cozy kitchen in Something's Gotta Give, hitting the cream-colored cabinetry, and the polished wooden counter. That is the feeling we must translate to our Christmas decor, even after sunset. This involves strategic layering, a scattering of small, antique-style lamps with soft shades, placing votives on every available safe surface to create depth, and only using warm-toned string lights sparingly, woven into greenery rather than draped across every surface, ensuring the light feels soft, ambient, and deeply inviting, a quiet wash of warmth rather than a bright, overwhelming spectacle. This careful orchestration of light is what transforms a decorated room into a mood, into a scene that feels perpetually golden and deeply restful, a subtle yet powerful psychological trick that makes a small room feel instantly cozier and more luxurious. This commitment to soft, layered, warm light is the element that ties the entire aesthetic together, giving every textured surface, from the nubby linen to the smooth ceramic, a rich, inviting quality that begs for a long, slow winter evening of pure, unhurried enjoyment, a true visual sigh of relief from the visual noise of the outside world. A Nancy Meyers interior always relies heavily on natural materials, and for our vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style, We must anchor our decorations with the rich, grounding presence of aged wood, which provides a soulful contrast to the delicacy of the festive elements. In a small, intimate room, the texture and tone of the wood bit exposed ceiling beams, a worn dining table, or the frame of a cozy armchair become foundational elements of the Christmas design, not mere background elements. We are talking about deep mahogany, rustic oak, or pale, creamy washed wood, each providing an authentic, non-synthetic counterpoint to the shimmer of the season, a deliberate choice that prevents the aesthetic from becoming too precious or too sterile, injecting a necessary element of earthy sophistication. The goal is to highlight the wood's inherent character by using minimal, intentional decoration on the surface, perhaps a simple line of unbound pine garland, or a solitary, handcrafted wooden bowl filled with heirloom ornaments or pine cones, allowing the natural grain and patina of the furniture to contribute its own warmth to the festive atmosphere, rather than covering it up. When paired with gentle, indirect lighting, the rich tones of the wood seem to deepen, creating a sense of history and permanence, a feeling that this home has been loved and lived in for generations, which is the very essence of the timeless, elegant holiday style we are striving to capture for 2025. This focus on natural, enduring materials is a quiet statement in itself, signaling a preference for substance over superficiality, a commitment to enduring design that transcends fleeting trends and feels inherently luxurious in its simplicity and authenticity. If light is the mood, then texture is the comfort, and in realizing a vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style, the key to achieving that deep, enveloping coziness, especially in a compact, intentionally scaled room, lies in the sophisticated art of layering natural, classic textiles. Forget scratchy tinsel and shiny polyester. We are embracing materials that feel exquisite against the skin and add visual depth to the space, creating an environment that is as tactily rewarding as it is visually pleasing. Start with the foundation, a soft, chunky wool or jute area rug, followed by a generously sized linen slipcover on a favorite armchair or sofa. Then introduce the holiday layer, a luxurious cashmere throw blanket in a subtle, muted tone like cream, taupe, or deep forest green, and perhaps a few down-filled velvet pillows in an antique gold or soft moss color, all working together in silent harmony. The effect is an immediate, palpable invitation to relax and settle in, a physical manifestation of the concept of hygge mixed with Hollywood elegance, where the slight variations in texture, the roughness of the wool, the smooth coolness of the linen, the plush depth of the velvet create a subtle yet rich visual complexity that makes the small space feel dynamic and deeply comforting, never cramped or overwhelming. This attention to detail in the textile selection is a hallmark of truly elevated design, the subtle thread that elevates the entire holiday scheme from mere decoration to a fully realized, deeply sensual, and exceptionally comfortable living environment, ensuring that the 2025 Christmas experience is as much about how the home feels as how it looks. In classic design, and particularly within the refined aesthetic of the vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant, timeless holiday style, symmetry and balance are not just stylistic choices. They are fundamental principles that instill a sense of calm, order, and enduring tradition, which is especially vital in keeping a smaller, more intimate space feeling sophisticated rather than cluttered. We achieve this by thoughtfully positioning decorative elements to create visual equilibrium, a subtle, reassuring cadence throughout the room. Think of a pair of matching antique silver candlesticks placed precisely on either end of a narrow mantelpiece, flanking a simple mirror with a gently aged frame, or two identical, perfectly pruned tabletop pine trees positioned in corresponding corners of the room, each set in an unassuming terracotta pot. Intentional repetition and mirroring of forms creates a quiet dignity. This reliance on classical balance grounds the festive decor, making the entire presentation feel effortless and established, a nod to timeless architectural principles that transcend temporary seasonal fads, ensuring that the final look is polished, serene, and effortlessly elegant. This commitment to symmetry creates a visual anchor, a point of restful order amidst the gentle chaos of the holidays, allowing the natural beauty of the materials and the soft light to take center stage, proving that the most elegant decorations are often those that are the most restrained and thoughtfully arranged, providing a comforting sense of predictability and enduring beauty that defines the sophistication of the season. One of the most human and soulful aspects of a Nancy Meyers-inspired home is the sense of collectedness, the idea that the objects in the room have been found, cherished, and accumulated over a lifetime. And this is where our vintage Christmas 2025 inspired by Nancy Meyers, elegant timeless holiday style truly gains its depth and character, moving far beyond store-bought perfection. The most impactful Christmas decor elements won't come in a cellophane package. They will be the found objects, pieces that already hold meaning and historically adapted for the season, injecting a personal, storytelling layer into the festive arrangement. Imagine a small wooden dough bowl inherited from a grandmother, now filled not with dough, but with foraged moss, dried oranges, and delicate tarnished silver bells. Or an antique book, its cover beautifully worn, used as a pedestal for a simple single stem of cedar on a small side table. Or using a collection of vintage, mismatched porcelain teacups as unique, individual candle holders. These are the details that convey a life well lived and a holiday cherished. By elevating these everyday, character-rich objects, we ensure that the Christmas decor becomes an extension of the home's existing soul, rather than a temporary overlay, giving the 2025 holiday a deep, authentic resonance that is utterly unique and infinitely more appealing than any mass-produced theme, providing an undeniable sense of provenance and intimacy. This practice of integrating found objects elevates the aesthetic from mere decoration to a personal memoir, where every item tells a quiet, beautiful story of its own. To maintain the exquisite subtlety and timelessness inherent in the vintage Christmas 2025, inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant timeless holiday style, the color palette must be carefully curated, operating in a realm of sophisticated, subdued harmony, firmly rejecting the loud primary colors that dominate typical holiday merchandising. Our focus is on a natural, earthy foundation, creamy whites, warm off-whites, and soft linen tones that act as the perfect backdrop, allowing the deep greens of fresh or faux pine, cypress, and boxwood to provide the necessary seasonal color anchor, avoiding any harsh, bright, or fluorescent tones. The accents, which must be used with restraint, should come from the natural world or from aging metals. The muted, deep gold of aged brass or tarnished silver, the subtle cranberry or wine tone found in deep velvet ribbons or a single glass ornament, and the gentle, pale orange of dried citrus slices, all colors that possess a soft patina. The deliberate avoidance of stark, jarring color combinations ensures that the entire scene maintains an air of effortless sophistication and serenity, a visual palate cleanser in a world of overstimulation, allowing the viewer's eye to rest and appreciate the complexity of the textures and the warmth of the lighting, rather than being drawn away by aggressive color. This intentional restraint in the color scheme is one of the most powerful ways to achieve that coveted, upscale, quiet luxury feel, proving that less is indeed infinitely more when aiming for an authentically elegant and enduring holiday look for 2025. The final and perhaps most crucial secret to unlocking a truly successful and soul-satisfying vintage Christmas 2025, inspired by Nancy Meyers, elegant timeless holiday style is a commitment to authenticity and a deliberate, conscious rejection of the tired, overused clicks and market themes that flood the seasonal aisles. Authenticity in this context means prioritizing the feeling and the story of the home over the latest trend. It means choosing the slightly imperfect, handcrafted ornament over the mass-produced plastic bauble, and opting for simple, unadorned ribbons made of natural linen or silk over flashy, wired ones, ensuring every choice feels considered and personal. The truly authentic holiday setting speaks to the personality of the occupants, not the mood board of a retailer, and this approach allows us to create a deeply unique, highly memorable atmosphere, one that feels utterly original and resistant to the passage of time, because it is rooted in personal taste and a commitment to quality over quantity. This pursuit of the genuine, this willingness to edit and curate ruthlessly, is what separates a truly elegant, timeless space from a merely decorated one, providing a powerful, quiet narrative that resonates deeply with anyone who values substance and enduring style over superficial spectacle, making the 2025 holiday an honest, intimate reflection of your most sophisticated self. So, we have journeyed through the subtle yet profound design principles that define the vintage Christmas 2025, inspired by Nancy Meyers' elegant timeless holiday style, demonstrating that the most impactful holiday aesthetic is found in quiet elegance, in the intentionality of every choice, and in the embrace of textures and light that whisper luxury rather than shout expensing. This commitment to a sophisticated, enduring beauty is precisely the unique advantage you get here at NAFA Vintage, where we consistently champion the timeless over the temporary. This approach, focusing on intimate, perfectly scaled, and intentionally curated spaces, is not just about making your house look beautiful. It's about setting the stage for unforgettable, deeply peaceful, and genuinely joyous moments throughout December, giving you the gift of a truly tranquil and memorable 2025 Christmas. This cinematic, soulful style is the aspirational holiday made real, the dream achieved, a testament to the fact that true elegance never goes out of fashion. I challenge you now. Take these foundational principles: warm, layered light, the natural textiles, the rich, aged woods and the subdued color harmony and begin to implement them in your own space. If you found the inspiration you needed to transform your 2025 holiday, please honor this creative journey by subscribing to NAFA Vintage now. Hit that like button to help this message reach more design enthusiasts who crave quiet luxury. And comment below with one word that encapsulates the feeling you want to create this Christmas because your dream holiday is absolutely within reach. Thank you for watching, and may your Christmas be as timelessly beautiful and elegant as a classic film.